Join Kids Hut family. Wasn't last night's slumber party fun, Tofu?
Oh, I had a blast. Let's do it again.
I agree, but I noticed that you weren't being very nice to Cousin Rob. You were always with your friend Josh.
Cousin Rob started it.
Started what?
Josh is one of my best friends, and Cousin Rob told me that he didn't like Josh as much as I did.
There's nothing wrong in that, Tofu.
I don't understand. Why not?
Shall I explain it to you with a story?
Yes, I want to hear the story.
A very long time ago, there lived a mighty lion in a jungle. One day, he went to the river to drink water. But his leg got stuck in the thick, slushy mud of the riverbank. No matter how much he tried, his leg wouldn't come out. He called out for help. But alas, there was none. And so he remained stuck in the mud. After a few days, a kind jackal came to the same spot of the river to drink water. He saw the lion stuck in the mud. "Your Majesty, are you all right?"
"No, Jackal. I am stuck in the mud. I cannot move. I have been here for days now."
"Give me a moment, Your Majesty. Let me see what I can do." The jackal quickly crossed over to the riverside where the lion was stuck. With his paws, he dug out the mud where the lion's leg was caught. "I think your leg should be free now. Please try and come out." The lion tried to move, but he couldn't. His leg had become stiff after being in the same position for so many days. Seeing this, the jackal made more efforts to free the lion. He pushed him and pulled him till he finally came out of the mud. The lion was very happy to be able to move freely after so many days.
"Thank you, kind Jackal. You have saved me."
"You are welcome, Your Majesty. Now I must get back home."
"Where will you go? Why don't you come and stay with me? You've saved me, and now you are my friend for life."
The jackal accepted the lion's offer, and both grew their own families. But they continued to live together and hunt together. Their children would even play together. But the lioness did not like the friendship between the jackal and the lion. And she conveyed the same to the lady jackal.
The lioness told me that the lion does not want us to live here with him and his family.
Hearing this, the jackal was very upset and went to see the lion.
I thought we were friends, but if you did not want my family and me to live here with you, you should have told me so. Instead, you conveyed your message to me through the lioness and the lady jackal?
My friend, I don't know what you are talking about.
We are leaving.
No, my friend, don't leave me and go. I have not done anything of that sort. I want you to stay with me.
The jackal understood what had happened.
I am sorry, friend. I understand your sincerity and love towards me. I think I judged you too quickly. It is not you who wants me gone, but the lioness. I shouldn't live here any longer.
No, you don't have to go. I will speak to the lioness.
No, don't worry about it. My family and I will live in another home. But you and I will still remain friends. It is best for both families.
Though the lion was very sad, he agreed. And so the jackal made another home for himself and his family. But his friendship with the lion remained. They met every day, went on hunts together, and shared lives good and bad till the end of their lives.
The lioness didn't like the jackal even though the lion and he were best friends. And she knew that the jackal had saved the lion once upon a time.
Yeah, that's why I'm telling you, Tofu. Sometimes you may like someone very much, but your family may not feel the same way about them.
Oh, I get it now. Let's call Cousin Rob and others for one more slumber party. I promise I will behave better this time. Tia, today Jim and I had a fight.
Oh, that's bad. What happened? I thought Jim is your friend.
He was, but today he did not support me on the poster competition concept I wanted to present to my teacher. He thought that it might be too easy. He is my friend. He should have agreed with me instead of behaving like Tom and Ben, who are always mean.
Was he right?
Yes, he was. The idea was too easy, but still, he should have agreed with what I was saying.
Oh, Emperor Tofu, that is very bad.
Why are you calling me Emperor?
Because you are behaving like this emperor from my story. Once upon a time, there lived an emperor. He was not particularly smart or intelligent, but because he was the emperor, people feared him and always agreed with whatever he said. They used flattery to avoid his wrath and win his trust.
Your Majesty, as always, you are right.
Your Majesty, you have made the wisest decision possible.
Because the emperor was so foolish, he never understood the difference between an honest compliment and flattery. He thought that his public loved him and that he was the best. He lived in his ego and vanity. One day, his head minister, who was truly a wise man, disagreed with him in open court.
Your Majesty, it is my humble suggestion that you hear the public's troubles before increasing the tax burden further. Doing so will make you a more beloved king.
What are you saying, Head Minister? Do you mean that our wise king is not good enough?
The foolish king, who was blinded by all the flattery and not used to people disagreeing with him, also agreed.
Yes, Head Minister. How dare you doubt my decision? As a punishment, I remove you from the position of Head Minister.
Disgraced by the events of the day, the head minister went home sad. When he reached home, he saw that his nephew, who was a tailor, had come to visit him from another town. Just like his uncle, the nephew was a wise man. The head minister told him what had happened in court.
Don't worry, uncle. One day, Emperor's vanity shall crash.
The next day, the nephew went to see the king. He pretended to hold a piece of garment in his hand and said to the emperor,
Your Majesty, I have just returned from my travels around the world. When I was in Old Market of Persia, I saw this beautiful piece of cloth and immediately thought of you. I have brought it with me to make a new robe for you. It is the most beautiful cloth ever made.
The emperor could not see the cloth, but his ego did not allow him to confess it. He looked at the remaining ministers and asked them what they think of the cloth. The ministers couldn't see the cloth either, but decided to lie to the emperor again.
It is very beautiful, sir.
Yes, I agree. It will look fantastic on you.
Though the king could not see the cloth, he thought that since his ministers thought that it would look very nice on him, he would go ahead and order for it.
Yes, it is beautiful indeed. Go ahead, tailor. Make the most beautiful robe that you have ever made. I will wear it for my birthday parade, which is 10 days from now. Yes, Your Majesty. You will have it on your birthday.
And so the fateful day came. It was the emperor's birthday. The tailor went to the palace early morning, pretending to hold a robe in his hand. Throughout, he behaved like he was carrying something beautiful and delicate.
Here is your robe. Since it is a delicate material, it is best not to wear anything under it.
The emperor agreed and took off his underclothes. The nephew went on to pretend as if he was helping the emperor wear the robe. Just then, the king's two favorite ministers came into his chambers. They were shocked to see the emperor stand like that without any clothes on. "How does my robe look, ministers?"
You look so handsome, Your Majesty.
Majesty, you are looking very nice.
Still unable to see the robe himself, the king believed what his ministers had told him and ordered the parade to start. The whole kingdom had gathered for the emperor's birthday and had lined up on the streets to see his new robe. But just as the king appeared in public without any clothes on, the crowd fell silent. Everybody was wondering what had happened to the emperor, but no one dared to say a thing. They just stared at him as he made a complete fool of himself. Till one small child called out to his mother,
Look, Mom, the emperor is not wearing any clothes.
No longer able to contain itself, the entire crowd burst into peals of laughter. They held their stomach and pointed at the emperor as they made fun of him. The emperor looked at the guilty faces of his ministers. And sad face of his head minister, who was upset to see the king being made fun of. The emperor understood how foolish he had been and what his mistake had been. He fired the two ministers and reinstated the head minister. From then on, when anyone gave him a compliment, he humbly listened to it and absorbed it only if it was genuine. With the honest guidance of his head minister, he went on to become a truly great emperor for his people.
Ouch, dear. I think I had become the egoistic emperor. I owe an apology to my friend Jim. What do you think?
Yes, and you also need to learn to accept feedback and not get carried away by compliments.
Yes, dear, but I must wish you good night for now.
Good night, Tofu. Is everything fine, Tofu?
No, how can everything be fine? We were in the gym class when Josh and his friends came to me and started making fun of me.
They made fun of you? Why?
because they all are taller and faster than me.
Well, they should be. They're much older to you, Tofu.
Everybody knows that, but it was so embarrassing, Tia.
What are you going to do now?
What can I do?
Well, let's get your mind off this nonsense. I read something interesting in school today. Should I tell you?
I guess.
One day, a horse saw a snail in the meadow.
Look at you. You are so slow.
The snail did not like the way the horse spoke to him, but he decided to ignore his mean comments. But the horse went on and on.
Where are you going? And when do you think you'll reach there? I don't understand why you need to make fun of me all the time. Well, look at yourself. It takes you so long to get from one place to another. I would run miles in that time. I suggest we both get on with our business and day. You know, I have an idea. Let's race.
The snail thought about it for a moment. He had a plan.
Okay, sure. Let's do that. How about this Sunday morning?
Okay, we will race this Sunday. After the horse had left, the snail gathered all the other snails and told them what had happened. He also told them his plans. Everybody agreed, and when Sunday came, they met very early in the morning.
Okay, everyone. Spread out from the starting point of the race till the ending point. Everyone hide all along the racetrack.
And so the snails spread out. When it was time for the race, the horse arrived. Soon the race started. The horse took off striding. After a while, he looked down and he was surprised to see the snail right in front of him.
How did you get here? I must run faster.
And so the horse started running. After some time, he looked down and yet again saw a snail ahead of him.
How is this possible? How can you be ahead of me? I will run even faster.
The horse started running even faster. When he looked down again after some time, he saw the snail there again.
This is impossible. I will run the fastest I can.
Now the horse took off as fast as he could. As he neared the finishing line, he looked down, but he saw a snail crossing the finishing line. Tired and humbled, the horse gave up.
I am so sorry. I underestimated you and made fun of you. Please forgive me for my arrogance.
All the snails who had hidden along the racecourse and fooled the horse into believing that they were the same snail that he was racing heard this and laughed quietly from their hiding spots. What a wonderful story, Tia! Isn't it? I loved it too. And you know what, Tia? I know what to do about Josh and his friends. I'm feeling so much better.
Oh, really? What will you do?
I won't get into a fight or get upset by what they say. I will just use my brains instead of muscles.
Well, that sounds like a good idea to me, Tofu.
Thanks, Tia. I'm going to my friend's house to make a plan. Bye.
Bye, Tofu.
I hate them all.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! What's wrong, Tofu?
My friends, they never want to do anything together. Each one of them wants to do things his own way. Because of this, our school project was delayed, and today we lost our collection of game cards to the other boys.
Oh, that's bad.
I don't know what to tell them. Can you talk to them, Tia, please? You always know what to say.
I think it's important that you talk to them, Tofu. But I will help you.
How? What should I say to them?
Tell them the story of the cows and the tiger. The cows and the tiger. Once upon a time, 4 cows lived together. They were best friends. They did everything together. They grazed together and went to the water hole together. But they did not know that a tiger had his eyes on them for a long time.
Ah, those cows. They look so delicious. But only if I could catch any one of them alone. I wouldn't hunt and eat her immediately. Alas, they always go everywhere together. I cannot tackle all 4 of them together. It will result in my death.
One day, the cows had a disagreement and fought with each other. I don't want to see any of you again. I can't believe I thought you were all my friends. I don't want to have anything to do with you all anymore. You are the most selfish cows in the world. I am better off without you. It will do me good to get rid of you all. And so, for the first time, the cows went their separate ways.
None of them wanted to see each other again, and the tiger got the chance he had been waiting for.
Oh, I can't believe my eyes. It has finally happened. Now I will kill each of them and have a hearty meal.
The tiger did exactly that. He attacked each cow one by one. With her friends not there to protect her, each was defenseless against the ruthless tiger. And died.
That's the perfect story, Tia. Just what I need to bring my friends together. I will go and tell them right now.
Okay, let me know what happened, Tofu.
I surely will, Tia. Bye. For your favorite rhymes, stories, and more, join Kids Hat family. Subscribe here.